Okay, we're going to do an example of a weighted average problem where in some class your grade, your average grade, is determined by 80% of your grade is determined by your quiz scores and 20% of your grade is determined by test scores. So let's say you have two grades. You've got a perfect score, you got a 100 on a test, and you got a 50 on a quiz. Well, if you want to figure out your average at this point, you need to realize right away that your average is not going to be 75. The reason it's not going to be 75, which is the median in between the two, is because 80% of your score is determined by your quiz. So if 80% is determined by your quiz scores, then that has a larger weighting on the average. Now, the easiest way to figure out your average at this point is to realize that if 80% of your grade is caused by your quiz, then we're going to take 80% of your quiz grade, which is 50, and I believe that sum total is about 40 points. 20% of your grade is going to be tests, which you got a 100 on. 20% of 100 is about 20. So that means your quizzes contributed 40 points. Your test contributed 20 points. So that means your average is 60 right now. There are hundreds of examples of weighted average problems and the usefulness of it. We're going to do one in a couple minutes where you're trying to find out the weighted average, the percentage of silver in an earring that's part silver, part copper.